Here comes a question. If you were to do the same job, would you choose a large enterprise? Or would you prefer a small or medium-sized enterprise? Does this seem like an obvious question? According to a survey by the Korea Chamber of Commerce and Industry, 64% of university students aspire to work at large enterprises. However, only 14% of the workforce is actually employed at large enterprises. We can't simply blame young people for having high expectations. Wages, bonuses, benefits, corporate culture, facilities, equipment, budgets, and so on. Large enterprises are often known as good jobs. How can we create more of these large enterprise jobs? Now, let's take a closer look at KDI's research findings. In Korea, companies are typically classified as large enterprises or SMEs based on whether they have 300 employees. Only 14% of the workforce is employed by large enterprises, meaning just about 1 or 2 people out of every 10. In contrast, a significant 46% of employees work for small businesses with fewer than 10 employees. This is the same proportion of jobs in large companies in other advanced countries.
대기업 일자리 비중은 외환위기 때 좀 줄어들었고요. 그 다음에 조금 늘어나긴 했는데 대기업 비중은 지난 30년간 크게 변하지 않은 상태입니다.
Since the 1990s, the proportion of jobs at large enterprises hasn't significantly increased, but the wage gap based on company size has widened. As of 2022, the wages at small businesses with fewer than 10 employees are only half of those at large enterprises with over 300 employees. Additionally, the wages at companies with 100 to 299 employees remain at just 71% of large enterprise wages. This wage gap is also reflected in the excessive competition for university admissions. Students in Korea are driven to study hard from a young age, believing that only by attending a prestigious university can they secure a good job. It's hard to say this belief is entirely wrong. When we divided 4-year universities by CSAT scores and calculated the average wages of their graduates, it was found that graduates from top-tier universities earned 50% more than those from lower-tier universities by their early 40s. With such a significant wage gap determined by CSAT scores from their teenage years, it's no wonder that children and parents are so focused on university admissions.
좋은 일자리, 그러니까 대기업 일자리가 한정되어 있다 보니까 대기업에 들어가기 위해서 좋은 대학을 나와야 하고 좋은 대학 나오려면 또 치열한 입시 경쟁을 치러야 합니다. 많은 분들이 아시는 것처럼 이제 사교육이 이 과정에서 큰 역할을 하기 때문에 돈이 많은 집안의 자녀들과 그렇지 못한 자녀들 간의 사교육 격차가 크고 그러다 보니까 대학 입시에 있어서도 부의 대물림이 있지 않을까 생각이 됩니다.
The pressing issue of low birth rates in Korea is also connected to the availability of good jobs. Employees at large enterprises can freely use maternity or parental leave, but 1/3 of workers at small businesses with fewer than 10 employees reported that they couldn't use maternity leave at all or could only use part of it. Additionally, half of them stated that they couldn't comfortably take parental leave. In this reality, many women experience career breaks, and even when they return to work, the proportion of those employed as regular workers decreases by about 37%. Meanwhile, the proportion of temporary workers and self-employed individuals without employees increases by 25%. Knowing how difficult it is to find good jobs after a career break, many women end up delaying childbirth. And where are these good jobs, the large enterprise jobs? Mostly in Seoul, or at best, concentrated in the capital region. Another deep concern in our society, regional imbalance, ultimately stems from the lack of good jobs in non-capital areas. In fact, KDI's research found that when the number of jobs at large enterprises in a region increases by 1 percentage point, the amount of money generated by each worker in that region rises by 410,000 won. As we can see, large enterprise jobs play an important role in society as a whole. However, increasing the number of large enterprises is not as easy as it sounds.
대기업 일자리가 많이 늘어나진 않는 이유가 여러 가지가 있을 텐데요. 산업 구조의 변화도 있을 것이고 서비스업이 늘어나면서 그런 측면도 있을 것이고요. 경제 전체에서 대기업을 이끌 만한 그런 경영 능력을 가지신 분들이 또 많지 않다는 문제도 있을 것 같고요. 그 ICT가 발달을 하면서 굳이 회사 내에서 모든 생산 활동을 하지 않더라도 부차적인 생산 활동 같은 경우에는 외주를 주는 그런 경향이 많아졌습니다. 이것도 기업이 큰 규모를 유지하지 않고 작은 규모로 유지할 수 있는 그런 배경이 되고 있습니다. 근데 정책적으로도 대기업으로 성장하는 것을 가로막는 여러 가지 요인이 있다고 생각이 됩니다. 예컨대 이제 중소기업을 보면 대기업으로 성장할 경우에 여러 가지 혜택이 줄어드는 문제도 있고요. 중소기업에 대한 좋은 의미에서 시행되고 있는 여러 가지 지원이 좀 부작용도 있을 수 있다고 생각이 됩니다. 이제 경쟁력 있는 중소기업이 성장을 하고 경쟁력 없는 중소기업은 도태가 되어야 되는데 이런 역동적인 과정이 좀 저해될 가능성도 있습니다. 현실적으로는 중소기업이 적어도 중견기업까지는 성장할 수 있도록 그 제도나 관행이나 이런 것들이 많이 바뀌어야 될 것 같고요. 특히 서비스업 부분에서는 중소기업 안에서도 중기업, 100인이나 200인 이상의 기업들이 많이 나와야 될 것 같습니다.
Low birth rates and female employment, relentless university entrance competition, weakening social mobility, and the dominance of Seoul. If there were more large enterprise jobs, could our society's uncertain future become a bit brighter? Feel free to share your thoughts.